your language, your words, the power of death and life is in the tongue. You got to start speaking life into whatever situation you're trying to get to the next level. Start declaring it. Start decreeing it. Start speaking over that thing. Here's Steve Wilmer. Here's the 3%er. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. That's why I am so good at sales, because I will make a decree. I will make a declaration to tell you what I am going to sell this month. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness. And those who specialize in the frequent use of them seldom exceed at anything else. Therefore, I'm a 3%er. I have no excuses.
We're the 3%ers. Yeah. We're the 3%ers. Yeah. You gotta know what your word. Don't need more than just words. We don't just talk it, we live it. You want it, go get it, then put in that word. We're the 3.
Welcome to 3% Mindset Podcast. I am your host, Steve Wilmer. Get to work or get off my podcast. This is not a therapy session. Today is not a sales training day, guys. Today is a mindset day. If you want to learn how to make more sales and close more deals, I promise you it takes the mind of a champion. So let's get to building the right mindset. First things first. Everybody says that they want to win. Everybody says they want more. I want more money. I want to build my business. I want to make 6 figures. I want more out of life. But very few people are willing to do what it takes in order to have that better life. More people want the money, but they don't want responsibility. More people want more to life, but they don't want accountability. You want more income, but you don't want the discipline that it takes in order to earn that income. You see, people want championship level. They want a championship trophy, but their habits are practice squad habits. You see, in order to have more, you got to do more. In order to have the things you've never had, you've got to be willing to do the things you have never done, regardless of how you feel. That's why I hate the term motivational speaker. Personally, I hate it. Motivated, listen, motivation doesn't last. Discipline lasts. Motivation is a feeling. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with being motivated. But if you live your whole life only doing things when you're motivated, you are going to lose. You've got to learn how to be disciplined. And you don't have to be a Marine to be disciplined. You got to learn how to be disciplined. You got to learn how to build championship habits, good habits, because those things will last regardless of how you feel. You are not stuck because it's unfair. You're stuck because your actions don't meet your ambition. That hit me in the head. When I was stuck, I'm telling you, I was going, oh, this is unfair. This is unfair. This is not right. Listen to this question. Why is this happening to me? Have any of you ever asked that question? You see, I was stuck because my ambition, or I should say the ambition I did not have, it just wasn't there. It was not there. I talked a good game, but I wasn't willing to do what it takes in order to have the things I never had before. So remember, I'm not telling you guys something that I don't know about. I'm talking from experience. So a couple of weeks ago, I'll give you an example. Talk about habits. So a couple of weeks ago is Memorial Day. It's Monday morning. It's a holiday. And I live on the Gulf Coast. And it was raining outside. I mean, it rained all night, rained all morning. It was storming. Nobody had to go into work. It's Memorial Day, so even the kids are out of school. Everybody's sleeping. I'm up at 5:30. I try to get up real easy so I didn't wake my wife up. But I'm up at 5:30, and she says, "What are you doing? What are you doing up so early?" And I said, "I got to go to work." She says, "Go to work? It's a holiday." I said, "Nah, I got to go to work." In my mind, already I'm thinking, I got to shoot content. I got to shoot my next podcast episode, maybe a couple of episodes. Maybe I do some batch calls, some batch recordings. Even though it's Memorial Day, there's some clients I'm going to shoot a text message to probably set up a call for the next day, which is Tuesday. It's the best day to reach my clients because on a Monday, they're not at work. they're going to be busy on a Tuesday. Let me reach out to them now. I'm traveling the next day. I'm headed to California. By the time you see this, I've already been to California, spoken California, come back, getting ready to head to Houston, Texas. I said, I got work to do. And then as I'm getting up and everything, I laugh and I say, who else is up at 5:30 in the morning on a holiday? And without breaking a sweat, she said, only 3%ers. Only 3%ers. Man, we got work to do because there are things that we want out of life, and we, 3%ers, we're willing to do whatever we need to do in order to have those things. So let me talk to you about the delusion gap. Woo! It's a lot of people out there that's delusion. A lot of people that's delusion. Most people overestimate their effort. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. They overestimate their effort and they underestimate what it actually takes in order to have that. Think about that now. They overestimate their effort. I'm going to do A, B, C, and D, but they underestimate what it actually takes in order to do that. Everybody thinks they're working hard. I don't care who you are. Most people think they're working hard. That's the difference between a 97%er and a 3%er. 97% of the general population, ooh, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. 97% want a lot of stuff for little effort. Some people even call it laziness. 3%ers, this is crazy. 3%ers, we work hard. We up. We got the habits. We're doing what we think we need to do. And do you know, we still think we're being lazy? Did you hear what I just said? We still think that we're being lazy. People always, Steve, you're one of the hardest working people I know. You always working. You always got something going on. You always speaking. You always teaching. You always traveling. You always got that bag. And in my mind, I go, man, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? Am I impacting enough people? There are times I think I'm lazy. Like, people will say to me, you don't know how to relax. Yeah, I do know how to relax. I just choose not to relax. I relax sometime. I mean, I ain't no crazy workaholic. I mean, I got a nice family. We have a good time. We go out. But I'm talking about mindset. I always think there is more that I could be doing. If I miss something, I think to myself, is there something I could have done differently? Like, my wife and I were joking, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And I said the two words, we talk about being triggered. Now, your triggers are your own triggers. So if I say something that triggers you, that's your issue. That ain't my issue. So I was talking to her and I said, we got some phones. And I'm like, I got to get my new phone set up. And she says these two words to me. She says, be patient. Oh, ah! Even saying those two words triggers me right now. I hate those two words. If you see me out somewhere and if you want to trigger me, say, Steve, be patient. I hate that. I don't want to be patient. I want it now. I want to do it now. I want to have it now. What do I have to do to get it right now? I hate those two words, being patient. So people think they're working hard. You ain't really working hard. Being busy is not the same thing as being productive. Don't tell me I'm busy. You could be busy wasting time. You could be busy scrolling. You could be busy making mistake after mistake after mistake. Are you being productive? That's the key you got to ask yourself. A matter of fact, it's a great lesson or great learning point for you. You look up and the end of the day is gone. How many times have you looked back and said, you know what? I ain't do nothing all day. Or well, like my wife will say, remember, she's a financial advisor. And I'll say, how'd your day go? And she'll say, I wasn't productive. I spent all day putting out fires. I spent all day doing admin stuff. Her business is managing wealth. So she should be spending her time doing that, not putting out fires, not doing some admin stuff. But if we're not careful, we can get caught up in the daily activity, the small things of being busy, but not being effective. 3%ers, we got to learn how to be effective. I say be effective, being productive, right? Scrolling isn't work. Talking about goals isn't work. Watching motivational videos. That is not work. Now listen to me. Listen. I'm not telling you that I don't scroll. Of course, I'm human. I'll be on the Facebook. I'll be scrolling. I don't spend all day doing that. Do I watch motivational videos? Absolutely. I got some people I love to watch, some people I love to see. I don't spend all day doing that. Do I watch TV? Of course. There are a couple of shows that I absolutely love, and I'm going to take time to watch those shows. I don't spend all day doing that. I spend more time thinking about business, speaking, teaching, training, how to get better. Talking to people. I spend way more time doing that than I do on entertainment. That is a big difference between 97% of people and 3% of people. 97% of people spend all their time on entertainment. They love being entertained. I take that back. It don't amaze me. It does not amaze me. It used to, but it no longer amazes me. If you look at talk about social media. If you look at social media, take this test. I guarantee you see what I'm talking about. Look at entertainment videos. Videos that are funny. Videos that make you laugh. Just entertainment. Boy, that thing goes viral. That thing goes viral. That thing has just got so many likes, so many views, yada, yada, yada. It's got everything. Anything that's educational? Very few. Anything that's going to help you? Nah. Anything that's positive? Oh, no. No. It cannot compete with entertainment. Why? Because 97% of people are there. They're scrolling. They want to be entertained. There was something I read. This is, again, years and years ago. You know what? I'm not going to even go through that. Let me stay on track. See, I got to be productive. Can't be busy. So I'm going to stay on track. Let's talk about intentions. You don't get paid for intentions. You get paid for execution. You don't get paid for intentions. You get paid for execution. My clients, I got a lot of clients from, all over the country, in every state. I'm so blessed. God has blessed me. We got clients in every single state. And we'll be training a client. How many sales did you make? I made 15 phone calls. That wasn't the question. How many sales did you make? People wasn't there. People were answering. People said no. I couldn't overcome the objection. They said this. I didn't know what to say. How many sales did you make? At the end of the day, at the bottom line, intentions don't pay you. You got to make sure you get the job done. It's execution. So if you spend all day, but at the end of the day, you're not closing the sale, closing the deal, making the money, whatever the case may be, it means nothing. It means nothing. Here's why I challenge you. Call your mortgage company and say, I tried, but I don't have the money. Call the company that you have your light bill. Here in my area, it's called FPL, Florida Power and Light. Call Florida Power and Light and say, I tried, but I don't have the money. You'll be trying in the dark. Call ECOA. Call your water company and say, I tried, but I don't have the money. See, here's the point. They don't care about your intentions. But the problem is this. 97%ers, oh my goodness. It's all about I tried, I couldn't, I tried. Here's the reason. Don't hold me accountable. I don't want to be held responsible. Intentions don't mean nothing. We got to make sure we get the job done. I want to talk to you real quickly about I want to and I need to. Work very hard to remove those words from your vocabulary. I want to and I need to. I want to build my business. I need to build my business. I want to make more money. I need to make more money. How about this one? I want to lose weight, or I need to lose weight. You don't do the things that you say, I want to and I need to. You know I ain't lying. You know I'm not lying. You have said that in a lot of things that you got going on right now. I need to do this. I need to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. And yet you still have not moved. Your language, your words, the power of death and life is in the tongue. You got to start speaking life into whatever situation you're trying to get to the next level. Start declaring it. Start decreeing it. Start speaking over that thing. So I have to catch myself. I want to, and I have to stop. And I have to know in my mind, because here's me. Here's Steve Wilmer. Here's the 3%er. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. You may not even know me. Ask anyone who knows me. If I say I am going to do something, I will, hell and high water, nothing can stop me from doing it. That's why I am so good at sales, because I will make a decree. I will make a declaration to tell you what I am going to sell this month. All the 97%ers around me, guess what their words are? I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm going to give it a go. Man, nobody trying to hear that. The reason that people say that, the reason that you say that if you're a 97%er is because you do not want to be held accountable if you fail. That's right, I said it. You don't want to be held accountable if you fail. So you use weak words like try. They could remove the word try from the English language and it wouldn't change a thing. The only reason that word is in the English language is because people do not want to be held accountable for failed results. They don't want to be held accountable. There'll be people that argue with, I done had this argument before. Well, you got to try. Well, hell yeah, ain't nobody stupid. Of course you got to put forth effort. We know that. But I am telling you, the more you start to speak, I will. I must. I will do this. I will do that. I will lose weight. I will earn this amount. I will do it. You got to start speaking it and stop talking about what you're going to try to do and what you need to do and what you want to do. I'm telling you, your language has a lot to do with what's going to happen. So all these things you say you want to do, here's the question I'm asking you. How many books have you read so far this year? And when you read the book, do you implement and do you execute what's in the book? Salespeople, business owners, how many calls did you make? Here's a good one. How many no's did you hear? What? How many calls did you make? How many no's did you hear? Did you pick up the phone and make the next call and the next call and the next call, or did you give up? How many hours did you waste? I'm telling you, I'm talking to me first now. How many hours did you waste? Did you know that sometimes you can waste hours on the wrong people? You can waste hours on the wrong people. You can waste hours spending time with the wrong people. We all know the saying, if you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll be number 6. Hang around 5 idiots, hang around 5 broke people, you will be number 6. How many excuses did you make? You know how we go with excuses, right? Excuses are the tools of the incompetent, used to build monuments of nothingness. And those who specialize in the frequent use of them seldom exceed at anything else. Therefore, I'm a 3%er. I have no excuses. Those who are good at making excuses are seldom good for anything else. People who are used to making excuses are seldom good for anything else. How about this one? Those who make excuses are used to losing. Golly. I don't make excuses. I'm a 3%er. I don't make excuses. If it didn't go right, man, that's my fault. Ain't nobody else's fault but mine. If it did go right, that's my fault. Me and God. That's what I'm talking about. You see, your results will expose your habits. Good habits or bad habits. My results, praise God, expose my good habits. Your results expose your habits. So, take a look at your results, and I guarantee you it will expose your habits. There's no way around it. Don't matter what you tried to do, look at your habits. Don't matter what you didn't do, look at your habits. If you did it and you succeeded, look at your habits. Look at your bank account. It exposes your habits. What? Look at your marriage. It exposes your habit. Look at your body. It exposes your habits. Look at your relationship with the people around you. It exposes your habits. Not anyone else's habits, your habits. People want reward without the requirement. People want rewards, but they don't want the requirement. You see, everybody loves the trophy, but very few people love the work. You want to get a trophy, you got to go to work. My truck is in the only trophies I have. Like, I was not an athlete in high school. Zero athletics in high school. My trophies, I got 33 trophies downstairs right now. Only trophies I get, right? All 33 of my trophies are for my show truck. So I have a Marine Corps show truck. I got 33 trophies. So I want the trophies, but I also know what the requirement is in order to have those trophies. So think about this. You want 6 figures. You want leadership. You want confidence. You want freedom. You want respect. But you avoid rejection, failure, long hours, consistency, and accountability. Let me go through each one of those. Forget about what you want. We ain't talking about what you want. Let's talk about why you may not have the things that you want. You avoid rejection. I should stop right there. I said I should stop right there. You avoid rejection. You don't want rejection. You don't like to be told no. So because you don't like to be told no, you rarely get a yes. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't like being told no either, but I understand that every no gets me closer to a yes. I understand that, watch this, people are so negative, they must say no at least 7 times before they say yes. They can't help it. People, and we're just so negative mindset. The negative mindset. No, no, no. It ain't going to work. Don't want to. Can't have that. Can't afford it. Why the gas prices here? Who's in the white? I mean, just negative, negative, negative. So you don't like rejection. And because you don't like rejection, you don't win. Your habit is, I want to hear the word yes over and over and over again. My habit is, I understand that if I get enough no's, I can get to my yes and I can have the things that I want. Remember this. What if you knew whatever it is that you want? I mean, what's your list? Okay, you want 6 figures? Great. You want leadership? You want confidence? You want freedom? You want perfect. You want all these things. What if I told you right now that in order to have these things that you just said that you wanted, you had to get 1,000 people to tell you no? Did you catch that? What if you knew that in order to have every single thing that you wanted in your business, you had to have 1,000 people tell you no? Here's the question. How fast would you be failing? How fast would you be failing? You want to make $250,000 a year. You want to make $250,000 this year. At the end of 1,000 people, you have made $250,000. How fast would you be out there failing? How fast would you be getting those no's? You cannot separate success from sacrifice. Can't do it. You got to sacrifice your pride. You got to sacrifice your feelings. You may have to sacrifice some sleep. Woke up early this morning. You may have to sacrifice, some meals. You may have to sacrifice. I got to tell you this story. Golly. I got to tell you this story that I was not planning, but do I want to tell this story? Y'all gonna make me tell it now. Y'all gonna. I know you ain't gonna. I know you ain't gonna say that, did? Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell the story because it's so powerful. It's just so powerful. I may have to end on this. I don't know. Listen. So there's golly, this is so good. There's a woman on stage, and she's telling this story. So I'm not going to tell it as good as she's story, but it's her story, and it moved me. I mean, it really helped me go to the next level about sacrifice. Listen. So there's a woman on stage. She's a stay-at-home mom, and 10,000 people, and she's telling this story. She said she was broke, busted, disgusted, barely making ends meet. And she had a daughter who played soccer, like a young kid. You know, kids run around playing soccer. Had a daughter who played soccer. And she was friends with some of the other mothers in the soccer group, right? Their girls play soccer as well. And so, same thing with her. The other mom was one of her friends. She was busted. They didn't have a lot of money. They just didn't have a lot of money. All right. An opportunity comes up for both mothers to start their own network marketing business, their own home-based business. The problem is this. The meetings for the business interfered with the soccer games and the soccer practice. So the first mother, the one that's on the stage, she says she went to her daughter and says, "Babe, I'm gonna have to miss some of your games. I'm gonna have to miss some of your practices. I'm not gonna be there, but I gotta make a difference. I gotta do this to be able to get us out of this rut that we're in." The other mother said, "This is my family. My family comes first, and I can't start a business. I can't do that because my family comes first." Fast forward. The mother who made the sacrifice, she missed some of the games. She missed some of the practice. She started to grow her business. She started to build her business. She ended up making so much money. She was able to change her financial situation. She talked about how she had enough money now where she bought everybody on the team all new soccer outfits. When they had to travel, she was renting out a bus so they all could travel together versus them having to drive their own cars. She paid for every single thing because she had the money. The other mother, she went to every game. She was there at every practice, but their financial situation did not change. They were still broke. They were still struggling. Didn't know how. Living from paycheck to paycheck. So my question is this. Which one of the mothers would you consider to be a bad mother? Here's my answer. Neither. Neither mother is a bad mother. The difference is this. One mother was willing to make a sacrifice. You cannot separate success from sacrifice. If you're not willing to give up something, you're never going to have anything. If you're not willing to sacrifice something short term in order to have something long term, you're just going to be just like the other 97% of people out there, struggling, living from paycheck to paycheck. 69% of people have less than $1,000 in their savings account. 78% of people live from paycheck to paycheck. They are one paycheck away from bankruptcy. They have one financial issue, one emergency that they have to skip a paycheck, take their money from their paycheck and do this over here. They can never catch up. One financial issue from bankruptcy. So you may have to lose some sleep. You got to skip some meals. Here's the truth. Average people are addicted to comfort. 97% of people are addicted to comfort. 3%ers, we are addicted to growth. What can I do to grow? What can I do to become better? What can I do to be able to provide more for my family? I'm addicted to growth. My mind does not turn off. I'm always thinking about how can I have more? How can I do more? How can I have better? And for those of you out there thinking, you know what? I don't care what you think. I'm a 3%er. Don't matter what you think. But I will say this. when I have more, I can do more. If I told you, golly, what I give away every year, what I give away to charities, to my church, to people, it is more than a lot of people earn on their job. You see, when you have more, you can do more. Ask yourself this. I'm so off here. Golly, all this stuff coming up in my mind now. Ask yourself this question. If somebody, church, this happened in church. If somebody said, I'm behind on my mortgage, I'm behind on my rent, I need $3,000, I need $5,000, I need $8,000, I need $2,000, I need $1,000. How many of you could give them that money and it wouldn't even hurt you? Not loan it to them. How many of you could give them that money and it wouldn't even hurt you? See, the mindset that I have is this. What God blesses me with, it ain't all just for me. He blesses me. I use the gift. He put a gift on the inside of me. He put a gift on the inside of you as well, right? I use my gift to honor God, and that gift pays me. And when I earn that income, when I earn that money, I take a good portion of that for my family, but I take another portion of that and I give right back. See, he can trust me with it. So because he can trust me with it, he continues to give. So as far as the gift goes, I'm going to tell you what I consider to be your gift. Because you may be thinking, I don't know if I got a gift, Steve. Everybody got a gift. I ain't got it. Yeah, you have a gift as well. And here's how you determine what your gift is. Are you ready for this? What's easy for you to do, but amazing to everybody else, that is your gift. Operate in your gift. When you operate in your gift, it brings you in the room before great men. So that's her mindset shift for today. Until next week, guys, get to work. Get off my podcast. Hoorah.